All right, YouTube, Pixel 5 honest review. What's different about this phone compared to the Pixel 4? Well, not a whole lot. I like to joke about that, but it is kind of true. I mean, I think if you're a Pixel fan and you upgrade every year like I do, you'll notice that the phone is a little bit different than the 4, right? And so this is more of a side-by-side review of the two devices. I will say, jumping off right away, the phone's shapes are just slightly different. You can see that the 4 is a little taller, but the 5 is a little wider, and so it feels different in your hand. They feel completely different in your hand, and so it's a very, very interesting difference between the two. The Pixel 5 is lighter, the Pixel 4 is heavier, but the width of the phone, even though it's just a few millimeters, really feels different to me comparing the two devices. Now, I will also say that I like the balance of the 5 a little bit better. That little bit lighter weight to me just feels a little better, and I think that comes from the fact that there's glass on the 4 and this kind of plasticky ABS material on the 5. The design to me on the 4 is nicer. I like the glass. I like the way this feels. This is okay. It just feels a little cheap. Biggest other difference between the two from the design side of it is you have a fingerprint reader on the back here, whereas you have the face unlock on the Pixel 4 here. Now, the other things to look at are the screens, right? Check out how different these screens are. So, you know, full screen coverage here on the 5. You've got the chin and the forehead here on the 4. You also have a speaker grill here, as well as the IR sensors for face unlock. Now, that speaker grill is interesting because on the 5, when you place a phone call, the voice actually comes out from behind the glass and it sounds really, really weird. It sounds almost like the person back there is talking behind plastic, like with all these face coverings and stuff we have on right now because of COVID. And so to me, that was really shocking to hear that like weird, almost muffled voice coming from behind the glass. So that's something that's going to take some getting used to. Otherwise, things are the same down the bottom. We have USB-C, we have speaker, we have microphone pickups, etc. We do have a screen cutout up top here for the camera, which is cool. Big other differences between the phones. Really, the camera system is improved on the 5. They've used kind of the same camera hardware, but the software is better, and you can tell in the photos too. So if you do a side-by-side comparison of photos for each of these guys, you'll notice that the results from the camera do look different, and so Google's done some improvements there, and I will say that they look different. The lighting is better, the sharpness is better, just how they're processed is better. These phones they're not super duper expensive. They're $699 unlocked from Google or from some other places. They're offering one storage size this year. So you get the Pixel 5 in only 128 gigs, and that's it. One of the other cool underrated features of this phone, I think, is the battery share. So if you go to battery share and turn that on, that's pretty neat. So you can actually charge another device with the back of this phone, and that device can be another phone, right? Or it can be wireless accessories like Google Pixel Buds, or it can be an iPhone if you have a mixed relationship. But $699, 128 gigs, unlocked, 5G, works on any carriers, awesome camera, good size, decent build quality. I'd prefer glass. Like I said, great camera. You know, it's just a rock solid Android phone unlocked from Google Direct. I mean, I think that if you're an Android fan and you like Google and you like the software and you like the way Google progresses with things, this thing is a solid buy. Now, is it a good upgrade from the 4? Well, that's questionable. I mean, there are certain things that are quite a bit different. No face unlock. You know, the size is different. The fact that the phone feels different with that size, the fact that the volume sounds weird when you put it up to your ear because there's no earpiece. I mean, I think that those are things to consider if you're coming from a 4 going to a 5. If you're coming from a different phone like an iPhone or a Pixel 3 or anything older in the Android series, heck, even a Samsung, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with this device. I think that the build quality is great, the value is great, the features are great, the software is great. I mean, honestly, I really have no reason to complain about this phone other than some of the quirks, like being a little bit wider and the weird sounding speaker. So hope you guys enjoy this honest review. Check out everything else I have on YouTube, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.